Hey everyone, welcome back to English with Tom and Julia, the place where we talk about real life, real English, and real confidence.
That's right. Here, we don't just teach English. We explore how to feel good using it. Because learning a language isn't only about grammar or vocabulary, it's also about mindset.
And today, we're diving into something that stops so many people from speaking English, even when they already know the words.
Oh, yes. That little voice in your head that says, don't say that. What if you sound stupid?
Exactly. So, in this episode, we'll share 3 simple mind tricks that can help you speak English with confidence, even if you're nervous, shy, or scared of mistakes.
No complicated techniques, just psychology and real stories. So, let's begin.
The first mind trick is simple but powerful. Stop focusing on perfection and start focusing on connection.
Yes, most people think confidence comes from speaking perfectly. But the truth is, confidence grows when you realize people don't care about your grammar. They care about your energy, your sincerity, and your message.
Exactly. Think about it. When you talk to someone who smiles, listens, and shares stories, do you notice every small mistake they make? Of course not. You feel connected.
Once you shift your goal from I must speak correctly to I want to connect with this person, your brain relaxes. You stop judging yourself.
That's when your English actually gets better, naturally. Because confidence doesn't come from speaking perfectly. It comes from speaking honestly.
Beautifully said. And maybe the best English speakers aren't the ones with perfect grammar, but the ones who make people feel something.
Yes. So next time you speak English, remind yourself, I'm not here to perform. I'm here to connect.
The second mind trick is about fear. Because let's be honest, fear is always there when you speak in another language.
True. Even confident people feel it. But here's the trick. Don't fight the fear. Rename it.
Rename it?
Yes. Instead of calling it fear, call it energy. When you feel your heart racing, your palms sweating, tell yourself, this is my body giving me energy to perform.
That's such a simple change, but it really works. Because the same physical feeling, nervousness and excitement, are almost identical in the brain.
Exactly. The difference is the story you tell yourself about it.
When you say, I'm nervous, your brain says, something's wrong. But when you say, I'm excited, your brain says, let's do this.
And suddenly, you're not afraid anymore. You're energized.
You know, I remember one of my students who used to shake before every presentation. But once she started saying, I'm not scared, I'm just excited, something changed. She smiled more. She spoke louder. And people listened.
Because language confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's the ability to use that fear as energy.
That's powerful. So next time your heart beats fast before speaking English, don't tell yourself to calm down. Just whisper, I'm excited. You'll feel the shift immediately.
Okay, the third mind trick might sound cliché, but it's backed by science. It's called visualizing the win.
You mean like imagining yourself speaking fluently before it happens?
Exactly. But not just imagining, feeling it. Because your brain can't tell the difference between a real memory and a vividly imagined one.
So when you picture yourself speaking confidently, smiling, connecting, expressing, your brain starts to believe it's already possible.
Yes, athletes do this all the time before games, musicians before concerts, and language learners can too.
It's like pre-training your confidence.
Exactly. Every night before you sleep, close your eyes and imagine this. You're speaking English with someone. You're relaxed, they're smiling, you both enjoy the moment. Hear your voice. Feel that calm energy.
And then, when it happens in real life, it doesn't feel new. It feels familiar.
That's how confidence is built. Not overnight, but in small mental rehearsals that teach your brain, you can do this. All right, so let's take a moment to breathe and look back. We started this episode talking about fear. Fear of sounding wrong, fear of being judged. But now it's clear. Confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about how you think when you speak.
Yes, you don't need to wait until your grammar is perfect or your accent sounds native. You can start feeling confident today. just by changing the way you talk to yourself.
Exactly. We learned 3 mind tricks today. First, focus on connection, not perfection. Second, celebrate small wins. And third, flip your inner dialogue.
When you use these together, something amazing happens. Speaking English stops being a performance and becomes a conversation. You stop trying to impress and start trying to express.
That's the real secret. And it's not just about English. These tricks work in life, too. In your job, your relationships, your goals.
So next time you speak English, don't wait to feel ready. Just go for it, make mistakes, and smile through it. That's how confidence is built, one brave word at a time.
And remember, every confident English speaker you've ever met once felt the same fear you do now. The only difference? They didn't stop.
So keep going. Keep learning. You're doing way better than you think.
And that's something to be proud of. Every single day.
If there's one thing we want you to remember today, it's this. Confidence doesn't come from knowing every word. It comes from trusting yourself to speak anyway.
That's beautiful. Every sentence you say, no matter how simple, is a small victory. Don't underestimate it.
Exactly. Even when you forget a word or pause too long, that's not failure. That's real conversation. That's how humans connect.
And honestly, the world needs more of that. More real conversations. More people brave enough to speak, even imperfectly.
So if today's episode helped you, share it with a friend who's learning English too. Maybe they just need that little reminder that they're not alone.
And remember, every time you tune in here, you're not just learning English. You're growing in confidence, in mindset, and in life.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today.
We'll see you in the next episode. And until then,
Keep speaking, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself.
this is English with Tom and Julia, signing off.